What's going on, guys? So today we're going to be doing a little kinetix intake manifold install on this shitbox G35. I have it right here. It's a pretty easy installation, and kinetix did a good job making the bolt holes that are underneath pretty accessible. And came off of this Z right here. I was gonna drift this, but it's fairly clean, and for the seat time car it's just gonna get messed up anyway, so I'm just gonna off this thing pretty much stock, and then dump more money into that, get that ready with the LS3, and then some of the goodies that came off of the silver Z I just showed you are gonna go onto this thing. So the main purpose of this video today is just to see if there's like a drastic sound difference between a stock manifold with a motor dyne. I think it's a 5/16 plenum spacer. So I'm going to set the camera down, fire the car up, and you can hear the cold start or whatever from the intake. And then we will install the kinetix and do the same thing. Give it a couple revs on each setup and see what she sounds like. So let's get this somewhere it's not going to fall over, which is probably going to fall here anyways, but yeah, we'll see. Couldn't hear any of that because of the damn serpentine belt squeaking. It just rained yesterday, so a little moisture. But see if I can put this somewhere else. It's not going to vibrate as much. Alright, so here's a little sound of the stock manifold with plenum spacer intake. It's got a little bark to it. Got a, I think it's a 6-inch velocity stack on it. The blocks filter definitely changed the sound of it. Made it a lot more aggressive. I'm not sure how much power it would have made, but I mean, minimal, I'm sure, if any. So now we'll yank that manifold off and slap on the kinetix. Super easy install. Only took me maybe, honest, 40 minutes. Then again, I'm really familiar with these motors, so it's kind of not a fair time assessment if you have no idea what you're doing. Anyways, completely installed. Changed out my catch can. I have a chrome and a black one, and I figured since everything else in here is like polished, so I went with the polished one. Got my 3-port catch can set up. Comes off the back of the valve cover down there. This top port, usually you can put a filter here, but you don't want to recirculate these because the intake manifold acts as a crank vacuum, so to speak. Kind of sucks the crank pressure out. And then we have the PVC, or PCV or whatever, delete now getting in there. So this is open and circulating and constantly pulling into here. Catches, there's a filter grate in here. Back to the intake manifold. So now let's hear what it sounds like. Well, there's the before and after sound comparison with the kinetix intake manifold. Same intake, same everything else, so kind of see if that manifold has a tone difference. I figure it would. If you're familiar with the motors and you know that let me turn the car off so in case it's a little loud over here. Okay, so if you're familiar with the BQ, the stock manifolds, the lower plenum has like the little trumpets inside of it, and this is obviously just a log type manifold, so I imagine the sound's pretty different. It did sound a little more aggressive, this one, so we'll compare side by side here in a second. Another thing I will note with the kinetix intake manifold, because as it was previously installed in that car, every time you turn the car off, there's a lot of suction noise kind of going on. I'm not sure why that is, but something to note. Doesn't bother me none, it's just something that I thought was worth mentioning. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it, and you know, as always, stay tuned for more on DK's Garage.